So thank you very much, and thank you for the invitation. I am very happy to be with you today and to share our experiences. I think that many things that are similar in the United States and in France, but just I notice a difference in the evolution during the last years. For example, in France, I think that between 30 and 40 years ago, there was about already 18 women physicists in France, and now it's about 22% of women in physics. So we began with a percentage of women in physics which was higher than in the States, but now it's at the same level. So the increase is very more slow. So I will present here. So I am a member of the French Association Femmes et Sciences, which is Women and Sciences, and also I am the president of the Femmes et Physique Committee of the French Physical Society. And the two associations work really, I think they have very strong links. So I want to present both the activities that we have at the association Femmes et Sciences and in the Femmes et Physique Committee at the French Physical Society. So for the Femmes et Sciences Association, it was founded a little more than 20 years ago. It's a national association, and the members are mostly in the STEM, so physics and mathematics. So the main objectives is promotion of science toward teenagers, and in particular girls. But when you speak to teenagers, you speak to girls and boys, and often it's important to speak about women in sciences to girls and to boys. And also the other orientation is to promote women scientists, both in the public and private sectors. So some tools of the association toward teenagers. So the association organizes visits in classes, stands for the science festival, stands in studies orientation fairs, since we think at the association Femmes et Sciences that it's very important to discuss of science with young girls and young boys. So the association meet over France about each year 12,000 young people, many teenagers. And also the association created tools for educators and young people. So some kind of booklets. Here it's a booklet, Les Femmes et les Sciences, which is for the popularization of the researches that has been done about gender stereotypes on educational and guidance of girls and boys. And also videos. These are videos of women scientists, which presents testimonies. And also there is a booklet for helping teachers to use these videos in classes. This is mainly for high schools. Also, what we have doing at Femmes et Sciences is to have created a booklet with 4 remarkable women scientists, and it's a booklet for teachers and also for textbooks editors, because in the scientific textbooks in the high schools in France, you have many scientists who are men, and the book editors, they can often say that they don't know women scientists who they are, and they have no information. So this is an example of some information that can be given to them. And also the association organizes panel exhibitions of past and present women scientists' portraits. And here it's an example of a recent one, which is named La Science Taille XXL. And these are portraits taken by a professional photographer and accompanied by a one-page text to highlight the scientific careers of these women. And so these panels, they are very, very large panels. They will be installed in front of the Paris Town Hall next November. So it will be in the street. And so any people and children and parents and everyone can walk in the streets in Paris and see these portraits. So this kind of exhibitions, there has been one in Toulouse, one in Grenoble, one in Marseille, and one in Paris. And so it's mainly scientists of the region. So it's a way to promote who are the women scientists. And so Femmes et Sciences is a support to women scientists, and it gives mutual help. So we are doing mentoring in universities. We have been doing surveys recently on the COVID, teenagers, and the Mother in Science. We organize seminars. Also, we have an expertise recognized for a science policymaker. And for example, very recently, we have written a charter for toys companies. So this was an action which was coordinated by the Ministry of Industry to fight against sexist stereotypes on toys and toy stores. So this is an action also towards young girls. And we have been writing different protest letters. And what I want to say here is that this association, Femmes et Sciences, has very strong relation with other networks in France. So, for example, Femmes et Physique, but also Femmes et Mathématiques, Femmes Ingénieurs, Parité Sciences, and also in Europe with these two networks. So now I will go to what we are doing at the French Physical Society with the committee Women in Physics. So I am the president of this committee, Femmes et Physiques, from the French Physical Society. So the French Physical Society is a state-approved non-profit scientific society, and it was created about 150 years ago. And this society promotes the knowledge of physics. It acts as a lobbying organization. It organizes conferences, and it organizes also Olympiade de Physique for high school students, and also the French Physicist Tournament for bachelor or master physics students. Also, it edits a newsletter and a review, and it awards several prizes to physicists. And also, it's a member of the European Physical Society and of the International Union of Pure and Applied Physics. So our president for the last 2 years was Catherine Langlais, and now she's vice president, and the former vice president, Guy Wormser, is now the president. So you see, we have a parity at the head of the French Physical Society. So very briefly, the organization is we have regional branches, we have thematic divisions, and we have also committees. And these committees are reflections and working groups on different society subjects linked to physics. And we have one committee, which is Femmes et Physiques. So why have we a committee Femmes et Physiques? So as you all know, there is an underrepresentation of women in physics, and it's mainly influenced after the baccalaureate. So when what has to be considered is that at every stage of the evolution of the students, so when you go to the baccalaureate, then you go to the universities, you have the license, then the master, the thesis, the postdoc, the first job, the promotion. So you have seven stages, and at each stage, if you lose just 10% of the women, at the end, you have lost one half. So this is the image of the leaky pipeline. And so we think it's important to look at every stage, because at each stage, people say, oh, just the 10% difference, it's not so important. But at the end, it's important. And also, what the well-known invisibility of women's contributions in science is well known, and it's very present in France and in other countries. So with this committee, Femmes et Physique, it's a commitment of the French Physical Society to, as a whole, it's the whole society that want to act to promote women in physics. And the committee is a forum for discussion and parity, and it proposes actions. So this is just the statistics. This is an European statistic, but in France it's the same thing that you see. You have the ratio of women at the PhD level is around 40%, and you lose postdoc, assistant professor, and full professor. And the evolution for the last years is not so rapid. So now I will give just some actions of this committee, Femmes et Physiques. So the first one is, I say, information and awareness. So as I said, the existence of a commission, it's a forum for dialogue and exchange on parity within the society. It suggests action, and it follows where we are on the actions previously decided by the SFP. Because what you can see is that organizations sometimes, they decide to do something, but if you don't follow very strictly and very often, what is the, if you are really doing actions, sometimes you have decided something, but the actions are not there. And so we exchange with the Femmes et Sciences and other associations. What is important is that the president of the committee, Femmes et Physiques, so it's myself, I am invited at each meeting of the SFP board. And I think this is very important because it's a way to foster the gender equity in all the action discussed at the board meetings of the SFP. So I am here for all the discussion about nominations, conference speakers, prizes, articles in the review of the SFP journal, and I can react to any proposition. And I think it's very important. There is a Femmes et Sciences action, and it's mainly an action with the women. And here at the board of the SFP, I am present for every decision. And also here, I follow the implementation of the actions already decided. And also I may propose new action discussed at the committee meeting and also action proposed by Femmes et Sciences. Also, what we have decided some years ago, and I think is very important, we have elaborated a charter for gender fairness at conferences. So as everybody knows, the visibility of women in conferences is lower than their rate of activity in the community. So we have written a charter which has to be signed by all the organizers of conferences which have the label of the French Physical Society, that they have to reach the percentage of women in the domain at all the conferences committees. They must reach or exceed the percentage of women in the domain for women invited talks and women oral presentation, and a minimum of 30%. And you have to present these percentages at the end, the rate of women participants at the conference, at the closing session or a general meeting on this subject during the conference. So you can compare the percentage of women who participate to the conference and the percentage of women who are invited. Because often people say there are not so many women in the domain, but this is not true. So you have to compare the numbers, and you have to send a final report on this subject. And also I want to make a remark that sometimes goodwill is not enough. And so more precisely, we give recommendation, and a very important recommendation is to take into account the issue of parity at the first meeting of the scientific committee of the conference, since it's a necessary condition to achieve a fair representation of women among the invited speakers. So also the committee will start by inviting the women identified for invited talks, and if some decline, you revise the guest panel until the target is reached. So it's really a practical element, and which is useful to give to the conference organizers to reach the goals that they have defined. So very briefly, also the committee organizes parity equality sessions at the SFP conferences, so the General Congress, the Specialized Congress. And what we think is important, and we obtained this the last years, is the parity session is held in plenary session. So all the participants to the conference can go to this parity session. It's not a parity session somewhere in parallel to the other session. So, and at each of these sessions, we identify a team for reflection, which is introduced by a specialist who can be a sociologist or different people. And then there is a round tables to have discussion. So here I have some examples of the subjects we have treated, but it can be discussed later. Also, we have written recently proposals for more diversity in scientific professions. So it's also very practical proposals written by women scientists and engineers for more diversity in the engineering and scientific professions with 4 main topics. So one topic is the education, which is education is very important. The information of young girls, the stereotypes, we have to raise the stereotypes if we want to have an evolution, and also the way to boost the careers of the women scientists. And so these proposals have been widely sent to decision makers and ministries, and we have discussed them at the Ministry of Higher Education and Research, and also by Céline Calvez, who is a member of the French Parliament, and she is co-author of a parliamentary report on women in science. So we hope that these proposals can be taken into account for new decisions at a different political level. So as a conclusion, I can say that from my point of view, the actions carried out allow progress, but the evolutions are quite slow, and the actions undertaken must be followed over long periods. So I have made recently statistics about the percentage of women laureates of the prizes of the French Physical Society. So what we can see here, it's when there is an increase for the years between, it's by slots of 10 years. But what we can see is that for the great prizes, we are still below 15% of women, even during the last 10 years. From the specialized prizes, which are less famous, we have a ratio which is a little higher, but 20%. And for the young scientists, it's higher, but 35%. And here is a prize for popularization, which is higher, since for popularization there are much more women. So here I want to see that there is an evolution. The evolution is in the good direction, but we have still a lot of things to do to reach the parity.